March 17th, 2025. Moneyline Grind, where we make sports betting profitable, and we have been doing just that. Another sweep on the table. That's back to back sweeps. We hit 6 picks in a row. We've been absolutely mashing it lately. It's been unbelievable. Actually, in fact, since I had a heckler in the comments in late January, things have been pretty good on this side because I took the heckling kind of serious, and now look at us, paid. I have 3 more picks for you tonight, but we have a lot to recap. It's been a while since we looked at some overall numbers, so let's dig in. So this season's been up and down. Only put out 46 picks over a 3 month span. October, November, December. Really wasn't into it. Wasn't putting out any videos. 2025 made it a resolution to get back on, just being consistent. And let's look at the numbers. In February and March, we are combined 73 and 51. That's a 58.9% hit rate, really close to the Hall of Fame line of 60%. In March specifically, this month, only 16 days in, we're 29 and 15. That's about 66%. 2 out of every 3 picks I give you hits. We're in a profit zone. Over our last 33 picks, we are 24 and 9, which is a 72% hit rate. This is outrageous stuff here. And then over our last 12 picks, we are 10 and 2. That's for 83.3%. Even over our last 101 picks, I think we have about 64 wins. So we're just actually killing it. But last 12 picks, 83% hit rate. Last 33 picks, 72% hit rate. This is bananas right now. And we're just going to try to keep the momentum. I'm going to gloat a little bit. I'm going to stick to the formula because it feels like we have a formula now with the fading and all that fun stuff and just grinding it out. We'll take a juice line as long as we make the profits because it's showing. It's showing. No one wants to get rich quick. No one wants to get rich slow. Everyone wants to get rich quick. But now and then we hit you with a parlay because guess what? Last night we also hit the 4-leg parlay that I put on Twitter. That was plus 866. So tag that on with this is why you have to follow me on all platforms. Because I put that parlay of the day out after the video. And look, extra money. I put 5 on it, 148 there. You could have put 10 and 196. So you could have put 20, got crazy. But anyway, let's go over the picks. We had the fade, Kyle Kuzma under 12.5 points. He hit 2 of his first 3 shots, and he hit some threes, but ultimately just wasn't effective. Did not like the matchup for him. I believe he finishes with 10 points, and then we get paid. Ant-Man, over 32.5 points plus assists. He went nuclear, had 22 PA at half, finished with 41 points alone. Easy money. Great read by me. And then, of course, we had Luka Doncic over 17.5 rebounds plus assists. He finished with 19. He could have easily had 23 or 24. Thanks, Luka, for the free money. And we're looking to keep the momentum going. We found a great groove. And like I said, it feels like we found a formula at this point, a recipe, a secret potion, a magic elixir, something like that. 3 picks for tonight. Pick one. It's the fade nowadays. We're going to fade Bam Adebayo under 9.5 rebounds, minus 125. He does average 9.9 on the season and 9.6 in his last 10, but he's under in 3 of his last 3 and 4 of his last 5. The Knicks allow the second fewest rebounds per game to opposing power forwards. In the 2 games he did have this season against the Knicks, he's averaged 5 rebounds. Post All-Star break, when we're looking at Bam, we're seeing a 1 rebound per game drop since the All-Star game, although he's playing 2 more minutes per game. Now we're going to have Mitch Robinson likely to get a little bit more minutes. He's back maybe 20 minutes this time, which, he's ferocious on the boards. And then when we look at the pace here, Miami's the 3rd slowest pace in the NBA this season, and the Knicks are 6th slowest pace. So we're not going to get as many possessions or as many shots up as you would normally think, which lowers the rebound chances. And that's our first pick. Second pick, a little easy juice line here because we want to keep the momentum going, keep this winning streak going here. We're going to go Austin Reeves, 6 or more assists. This is minus 156, so a bankroll builder for sure. He averages 5.9 on the season, but he averages 8 assists per game in games last 4 without Braun. January 13th, he did play, last 4 without Braun. And he's a little under 14 potential assists per game in those last 4. This season, he's played 7 games without LeBron James. He's averaged 8.7 assists, 6 plus. So he's got, all right, let me re-say that again so I can make this clear for you. This season, 7 games without LeBron James, he's averaging 8.7 assists. In those 7 games, he's gotten at least 6 assists in 6 of them. January 13th versus the Spurs, he had 8 assists. Then when we look at the Spurs versus or guarding assists and ball movement. They allowed the eighth most assists per game. Let's look at some other players. Brandon Williams off the bench for the Mavs had 6. Dinwiddie had 7. DeRozan had 7. He was playing more of a point forward role that game. SGA with 8. Scottie Pippen Jr. with 7. CJ McCollum with 9. And LaMelo Ball had 15 against them. Luka's on a back-to-back, so I'm not too sure how many minutes he plays this game, or if he does play. I'm sure they're going to want to look to try to limit it. He had 40 minutes last night. But even with that, Luka and Austin Reeves really get the majority of the usage here. They get the majority of the potential assists. And one would wonder that we're going to get a full game out of Austin Reeves a little bit more than the uncertainty you will have with Luka. Because I did want to take Luka lines, but had to be smart and just take the money here. All right. And here we go. My last pick, CJ McCollum, another fade. This is a tough one. I really thought about going with Jokic to score 29 or more, but I might put that on a parlay. It was tough. It was a tough choice between this and Jokic, but let's see if I make the right choice. Under 8.5 rebounds plus assists, minus 140. Little juice right there, averaging 7.8 rebounds and assists in the season, 8.5 last 10, but he's under in 5 of his last 8 games. And we see a 5% dip when he's at home. He averages 8 RA on the road, but only 7.6 at home. Detroit allows the second fewest rebounds per game and 6th fewest assists per game. Not to mention New Orleans is the 6th slowest pace in the last 3 games. Slower pace means less opportunities for rebounds and less opportunities for assists as well. Point guards versus Detroit's last few games, SGA did have 10 RA, but he's a much more efficient and high volume guy than McCollum, and he played 38 minutes. Poole, 2 games, he had 10, the other he had 8. Low minutes there, but high usage kind of guy. Anthony Simmons with 3, Curry with 7, Harden 9, Collier only 5 RA. He typically can get 8 or 9 assists alone, and Jamal Murray only 7 RA. Same thing with him. He should be around a 10 or 11 RA range. So I think we got 2 fades and 1 over. My 3 picks. Can we go 3 sweeps in a row? That would be nuts. I don't even know that the numbers would go off the charts. You got to expect, the law of averages will try to come knock on my door, but I'm trying to defy gravity here. Those are my 3 picks. Best of luck. I hope you're taking all 3 picks as single bets, but if you did do parlays the last 2 days, you are eating well. And if you're following the Twitter and saw the parlay, the 4-legger we put out there, that was plus 866, you're eating really good. You got some dessert and everything. You got the chips with the dip. My 3 picks. Best of luck. Let's get that money.